Hello all and welcome to another Gavin Entertainment video. It's Art here with a book review for Halo: The Fall of Reach, the first Halo book by Eric Nylund. Boy, was this a good book. This is the origin story of Spartan 117, Master Chief as we all know him, John DeSum. I think this is also where the TV show Halo pulls a lot of its source material. In this, you see him first get his training and get his, start from a young child to get his training to become the full-on fledged leader of his platoon, aka the Master Chief. He gets forged into the Master Chief in this book. Reach is the home planet of the UNSC, as we all well know, and its fall was described in game form in the video game Halo Reach. But how was the book? Well, the book was really good. Eric Nylund is a very descriptive writer, and he gets the Halo universe as though he's played it before. He gets the Halo universe as though he's made it, as though he's lived in it before, which tells me that he understands the source material. He knows how to tell a good story, because it's hard to translate a first-person shooter. Let's be honest, it's hard to translate a first-person shooter into a good movie or book. In this case, book, of course, property. But Eric Nylund helped do that with this book, and because his writing was so good and it was so atmospheric, and he understood Bungie's world, because this is before Halo 1, he understood Bungie's world, he gets that world. It makes me want to read more. I think this is a good narrative book. For one thing, it's good sci-fi military tech book. Not the best, but it's a good starter sci-fi military tech book. The descriptions and the scenes had my mind vividly racing. The one thing I wish the audiobook had was the complete sound effects soundtrack of the Halo universe. It had some, but it was very selective on which ones it had, so therefore it wasn't like the Star Wars books or even some of the newer Star Trek books that have the sound effects that give that full audiobook immersion, because I did listen to this mostly on Audible. I enjoyed it immensely. Great story. It made me care about the Master Chief even more. I care about his platoon, Sam, Kelly, and the like. I did, in fact, kind of visualize, because it's a video game, it was easier for me to visualize where we were in the world, and I could see things more as I had played through and in essence been Master Chief so many times before. I knew how he would move and what it would look like, which is very cool, very amazing, and I enjoyed it very much. Can I recommend it to a non-video game player? I would say yes. If you're interested on what all the buzz is about the Halo universe, then if you don't play games, I would first recommend you to Halo Combat Evolve, aka the Master Chief Collection, if you were interested in the Halo universe. But if you didn't play games and you still wanted to know something about Halo and the Master Chief Collection, because so many times video game properties turned into books can be a hit or miss opportunity. Some of the Dungeons and Dragon books are amazing. Some of them are bad, but at least this first Fall of Reach book was lock and step of where I think it needed to be for to tell a good story and to appease the crowd of the fan base it already had. Because I do know that the books came out after the games did. Now, I was always skeptical to read the books, and I think a little bit of that skepticism will stay with me, but I do intend on continuing reading through the Halo books. I enjoyed it that much. Were they the best? No, but they were light, good reads, and they actually spurred me to want to play more Halo in the game world and continue watching the Halo TV series, because it's just, it's a Halo time right now for me, because you got the TV series, you got Infinite, and you've got the book series that I'm narrating. So it's plenty of Halo for me. So what do I give it on my personal scale? On my personal scale, it gets about a 6 or a 7. It's a read it if you like the Halo series, like it. You can either borrow it from your library or buy it. It's up to you. I bought it on Audible because I had a lot of credits. Still do have a lot of credits, actually. But I had a lot of credits, so therefore I was like, let's just take a stab. If I don't like it, I can return it to Audible for no questions asked. Well, I wound up loving it. So, loving it enough to keep it in my library. So there you go with that. So what is it on the GoodReads scale? Well, on the GoodReads scale, it is a 4 out of 5. It's better than a 3. It's not as good as a 5, because if you don't understand, at least if you don't have a base knowledge in the source material, it's not going to like really go into a deep explanation of the world around it. You kind of have to know a little bit about what's going on in the Halo universe to understand Halo: The Fall of Reach. You kind of have had to at least dip your toe in. It's not very explanatory about what Halo is. It's not very explanatory really about what Spartans are, other than super trained enhanced Marines. Like, that's basically the only explanation they give. They don't really go into what the Covenant is, because at this time, in the time of the book, now that does make sense, because in this time, in the time of the book, they didn't know much about the Covenant. So there you go about that one. But with that said, would I recommend it to just sci-fi readers or people that want to know what Halo is about? Yeah, because I think it's the best starting point for them. But do I think it's the best starting point in the Halo universe? Probably not. The games would be. But if somebody like my mom said to me, what's this Halo about? I would probably first recommend that she read The Fall of Reach before she watched the show, because at least she'll get some background information. So that is my review on Halo: The Fall of Reach. Let me know in the comments down below if you read any of the Halo books. If they get better as they go along, try to leave it spoiler free, as we try to do spoiler free stuff on this channel, so people can go out and read it themselves if they choose to, because you know I'm always going to be brutally honest with my reviews and going to tell you how it is. But with that said, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And until next time, happy reading. I'll see you again soon. And peace.